This is Marshall Clarfeld, author of Adam the Missing Link. In my book, I present what I feel is the irrefutable evidence that we, Homo Sapiens, are genetically engineered species created by an advanced space-age civilization who call themselves the Anunnaki. This PowerPoint presentation is taken from Adam the Missing Link. It shows some of the evidence that supports the theory that we are all related to this creator species that jump-started Homo erectus 200,000 years ago. The universe has over 70 sextillion stars. This galaxy in the lower half of this picture is similar to our galaxy, contains over 400 billion stars. The thought that we are unique cannot be escaped by these numbers. Homo erectus was a creature who couldn't speak, and after 1,800,000 years of evolution had simple tools. 200,000 years ago, our species appears and we walk on the moon in 1969. Found in Syria, the Sumerian civilization produces the evidence that supports the story we're about to see. Today it is Iraq. Everything was found on cuneiform tablets. These were originated in Sumeria 600,000 years ago. This is the most important tablet, the 11th of the Epic of Gilgamesh, shown in the British Museum. It tells the story of the Great Flood, thousands of years before the Bible recorded it. Gilgamesh was the hero of this story. He was part Anunnaki, part human, and thus became a divine, semi-divine character in history. In the story, they create a clone of this king, Gilgamesh. You can see the DNA coil shared by the clone Enkidu. Fascinating prehistory of genetic engineering. Ishtar was a statue found in 1930. She's over 4,000 years old. She has a helmet that has a box on the back and horns on the front. Apparently a device called Shugaru, which means goes far into the universe. A very important Anunnaki goddess. She was a goddess of love and war. A 3,000-year-old Egyptian temple shows carvings of what is a whirlwind looking like a helicopter, a shuttlecraft, and also the Ark, which was a submersible. These are ancient flying machines. The most important cylinder seal, which resides in a German museum, shows in the upper left-hand corner a depiction of our solar system with all the planets that existed way before we discovered them. This seal is 4,500 BC. It also is a picture of what the Anunnaki look like. Long beards, big noses, and dressed very much like some current day religious characters. These cylinder seals were no more than 1.5 inches tall, and the engraving, which was in the negative, so that when you rolled it, as shown in the lower part of this plate, you got a positive story. To create these engravings on the stones, which were made out of hematite, very, very hard stone, is incredible. Could not have been done by local technology. Here's the most sacred shrine of the Romans. It was a platform, 5 million square foot platform in Baalbek, Lebanon. They built the biggest temple to Jupiter and to Venus that existed in the Roman Empire, and it was 1,500 miles from Rome. This was the platform where, in the story of Gilgamesh, the rockets came down, landed, and took off. Down in the lower left-hand corner, you see 3 very large stones. They weigh over 1,500 tons. Nobody to this day has figured out how they were moved from the quarry. This shows a picture of the quarry up to the temple site where the platform was. The stones were 64 feet long, perfectly quarried, 14 feet high, and 10 foot wide. As I say, they weighed some 1,200 plus tons. The pyramids were built by the Anunnaki probably 10,000 years ago, before there were any Egyptians. Proof of this can be seen from the casing stones, which still cling to the top of one of the pyramids. These were glued in place by magnificent technology that we still don't understand. When complete, the entire surface was brilliant white and reflected to the moon. Here is some of the irrefutable evidence: the pyramids, the Easter Island statues, the cylinder seals, the cuneiform tablets, the crystal skull, the Nazca lines, the Inca calendar, and Stonehenge. This is explained in my book, Adam, the Missing Link, how these came into being and how they were used. Richard Feynman was my physics professor at Caltech back in the late 40s, early 50s. I asked him if he believed in UFOs, and he told me about the law of probability. Of the billions of stars in our galaxy and the billions of galaxies in the universe, the law of probability says there are 10,000 systems just like ours in every detail. Our star is one of the youngest of this 10,000 systems. If any of the others survived their space age, they could have explored us. Yes, I believe in UFOs. This is a direct quote to me by my physics professor, Richard Feynman. Dr. Linus Pauling was my chemistry professor. I asked Dr. Pauling, "Did you believe in God?" He gave me a wonderful answer. He said, "Klarfeld, our discipline is to explain everything back to the beginning of the universe. If you ask me what there was just before the Big Bang, I cannot explain that to you. If you wish to believe in God as the creator, please do, as we cannot explain what there was just a millisecond before the Big Bang."